Well, it's not a great day for patrol. It's pretty rainy and cold, and it's not, ideal conditions. We'd like to be able to. You can see up there the IRB is sort of stuck on the up the top. It's pretty unusable. You know, there's not much beach left to patrol. Actually, I'm lucky we have this much, but the weather's just annoying. It's not raining enough to be, close the beach, and it's not a storm surge. It's not stormy seas. It's just overcast and just really just not enjoyable. No, we're inside. We're warm. We're still watching, but it's just I'd like it to be sunny. Well, really, it's just an inconvenience more than anything. It's not really a hindrance to people on the beach and to what we do. Like, in an emergency, we have to go, and you can see we've made a bit of a makeshift ramp, and the duck's at the top, but if we need to get the duck down or the rowboat down, it's not a problem. We can get it down in 2-3 minutes, or if that, a couple of guys just chuck it straight down. It's not a problem. The problem is at the end of the day when we have to pack it up and, pack the gear away, it then becomes a half-hour exercise to get everything, up the top of the hill, when it should be a 2-minute job. We can't take the ATV down the beach. We can't, take the quad up and down to do roving patrols. We can't really do anything. And we're sort of stuck up top. So we have to be vigilant from up the top, even more so than we were before, because we can't, have people up and down the beach looking at this, that and the other. Fortunately, the bad weather means there's not a lot of swimmers, but we still have to remain vigilant because there are that many surfers out in the water today because it's a nice clean break. So, the usual, surfers, either punching on with each other or cutting each other up with their boards, or the usual, going head first into the sand or over the falls, or there's that many things that can go wrong still. You lose swimmers, you get surfers, like there's always someone to watch out for, and that's something you have to take into account. But on a day like today, obviously just predominantly surfers, so.
Today we had a combined service between the Manly Lifesaving Club and the Manly Surf Club. The Manly Lifesaving Club and the Manly Surf Club were together in 1903 when they formed. They had separate entities in 1911. This is probably the first time they've been back together for a joint Anzac commemorative service. Both clubs have a rich history of military service. In the First World War, we lost a number of members, including the Gallipoli campaign, and the first member to die was Corporal Norman Roberts, who was sadly killed on the 25th of April 1915, 100 years ago today. Today, members of both clubs have commemorated and respectively looked at the service of those members who have died from World War I, World War II, and other subsequent conflicts as well. There were 37 that were killed from the Manly Lifesaving Club in World War I and World War II, and there were 8 from the Manly Surf Club. And that is what we are remembering today, their brave service, not only their brave service towards the clubs, but their brave service to Australia. Thank you.
At this moment, 100 years ago, the forces of the Australia and New Zealand Army Corps were consolidating their recent gains on the beaches of the Gallipoli Peninsula. They had conducted the first large-scale amphibious assault of the fledgling Australian Army. Behind them lay the innocence of our early nationhood, along with their dead and wounded mates, wrecked landing craft, and the general carnage of the modern battlefield. The original Anzacs were not the first to die in the service of our nation, and certainly not the last, but the die was cast in the Great Game. 6 of those who died at Gallipoli were from our respective clubs, including Corporal Norman Roberts, who died on the 25th of April 1915. In fact, he would have been landing at about this time in the third wave of the assault.
The landings of Australian and New Zealand troops in Gallipoli 100 years ago was by longboats. The use of longboats to ferry soldiers and supplies was used not only by Allied troops but also the defending Turkish forces. To commemorate the landings, the South Curl Lifesaving Club in Sydney has organised an event that will see the 100-year anniversary of the landings remembered by having 100 surf boats from across Australia and New Zealand come to shore at Collaroy Beach.
Collaroy is a beautiful location, and one of the original people actually landed at Gallipoli wrote home to his mother and said, "I feel like I'm coming home." It's just like being around from Curl to Collaroy. So it's very apt that we're actually doing it here, because one of the original Anzacs took that into account and took the time to write home to his mum and said, "I feel like I'm coming home." So it's very apt.
To recognise all parties involved, a Turkish crew, including Barak Dunamologlu, has been assembled to be part of the lead activities.
It's not just about, having fun out here, but it's also a big honour to represent, I think I'm representing both countries. The fact that I'm born here, being part of the whole Anzac crew, but also too that I've got Turkish heritage, that hopefully, my great-grandparents will be all watching over us here.
Crews will come to shore in waves before returning to the ocean with wreaths from 100 schools and present them to the depths.
I think, surf lifesaving is the epitome of volunteerism. We're involving the Turks, we're involving school kids. It's just going to be a day worth remembering. It's a very apt day, an apt way of remembering 100 years.
Bryn Russell says the original idea for the event came about in typical Australian fashion.
In a pub, on the back of a beer coaster. I think probably half the best ideas in Australia have come on the back of a beer coaster.
While it will be the first outing for the Turkish crew at Saturday's Anzac Day event, it is set to see them continue in competitions ongoing.
We've enjoyed it very much, and it'll be a shame to let it go after this weekend, so we'll definitely keep at it.
The timing of the event is set for 12:30 p.m, aligning with the dawn service in Gallipoli. And with an estimated 5,000 people attending, it is sure to be one of the most spectacular events of Anzac Day.
Yeah, so how long have you boys been rowing?
For about 10 weeks.
Yeah, so we've never rowed before, so it's a new thing for us.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, yeah. We'll keep doing it.
Yeah, we've been at it for a couple of times a week, so we're pretty much experts now. So.
And it's been awesome to train with South Curl rowing team.
Yeah.
They are really experienced, they've helped us a lot.
Yeah.
So,
very friendly.
We feel ready.
Culmination of 2 years of training. Good stuff. Yeah, exactly.
This has been 100 years in the making.
That's right. Just watch for the sniper.
Oh, look, it's been quite an experience. We've been at it for a couple of months now, and we've actually become quite good mates out of the whole deal. So it's just been a great experience, the whole deal. So we're really looking forward to the day.
Which one do you want me to be?
44 is the only one thing. Will you be 44?
We were quite successful this year. I think we came away with 6 carnival wins all up, which culminated with the Australian Championships. So we're pretty happy with how it all went.
So you're all going to train together? You're going to go together as a crew next year?
Yeah, I'd say so. We haven't officially talked about it, but I dare say we'll all go around again and have a crack at A's.
Enjoying a bit of downtime at the moment, but we'll probably go around again, I think.
And what's happening here today?
It's they're getting 100 surf boats to commemorate the 100 years for Anzac. So we're just the big service over at Collaroy. So we'll row in. There's a service there, and then we row back out and put the oars up. So they've got a Turkish, an Australian, and a New Zealand boat. So they'll lead the thing, and then the rest of the boats will be behind that.
We did pretty well. We made the final up at Aussies, and we got fifth in the we got fifth.
Fourth, mate.
Fourth because we protested. Yeah.
Had another boat crash into us.
Oh, at the start or at the end?
Right at the end. We were on the wave in, and bull-eye, bloody bull-eye, straight into us.
Bloody bull-eye.
Straight into you. And what's happening here today?
This is the Anzac Day Row. We've got to go and
100 years,
100 boats, commemorate the Anzacs.
And the diggers. Exciting. Can't forget about it.
There you go. So with the end of the season, do you think you'll come back as a crew next year?
Yeah, 100% we're coming back next year as a crew.
The Avalon Beach Pinkies will be back. Same crew, just stronger.
Yeah, bigger, better, and stronger.
18 of our club members joined up. Now, there were probably only 20, 30 people in the surf club at that stage, and Newport was just a little village. 18 people joined up just from the surf club, so there's a lot of people.
Yeah, g'day, I'm Michael King from Newport. We're here today commemorating the day and also the event of 100 years ago, but also from our club members. We had 18 of our club members join up during the First World War, as did a lot of surf clubs, a lot of sporting clubs and a lot of just small villages around Australia and around the world. Of those, 6 of those 18 that joined up, 6 didn't return home, and of those 6 that didn't return home, 3 were killed on the Gallipoli Peninsula. One of them, Jim Booth, was killed on the 25th of April, so on the day of the landing. We had 4 brothers from our surf club. The Porter brothers joined up. Of those, 3 of them didn't return, and also the Porter family paid a price in the Second World War, with 2 out of 3 brothers being killed in the Second World War as well. One of our members is the great grand nephew of those Porters, and he's now a serving officer in the Australian Army. Yeah, it's why we're here. We're commemorating the event. We're commemorating all of our soldiers and all of our servicemen from the First World War and the Second World War and all other conflicts. But we're also celebrating and commemorating the memory of our club members as well, as I'm sure all other clubs here. Thank you. Lest we forget.
Me, personally, I'm not ready, but most of my mates are. I just need a couple more weeks of touch-up.
So I'm the captain, obviously. The best looking, most intelligent. But all the other boys, all rowers.
Well, this is Claudia.
Hello.
Come in, Tom. This is Claude's. So Claude's is, you did your SRC season before last?
Yeah.
So Claude's was one of the first waves of this new program, or this new breath of life here at Southie.
Come on in, Beck. You've seen her before.
It's an unfortunate thing that does happen in these conditions.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's big.
Join the March Pass, bro, with March Pass. Loads of fun.
We got this. Confident. Joking.
So who caught the crowd?
Yeah, we're doing really well until this muppet did the crab, and then we were second the whole way, and couldn't
First,
quite catch
actually.
it.
First for a while.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I'm still on to
Am I in it? Make sure I'm in it. Oh my god, go Newport! Go Newport! Go!
Yeah, they're pulling faces at me, the boys. They're a bit shy of the camera, so they get me to do it.
So we're the underdogs. And I think, you know, if you keep it on the DL, we're definitely top dogs. Definitely. Cheeky babes, here we come.
It's just like a little training drill between our own club.
It's like, what happens if I pull a brick wall? Like if I try and push against a brick wall?
Oh my god!
Ready to race.
Oh yeah.
Athletes Knox.
Good to.
Depending on how well we shoot.
No, we'll do alright next time, you know.
It'll be
Learn
easier
from our
next time.
mistakes.
Just pretend I'm not here.